I ate healthy, I worked out, and for the past couple of years, I felt worse and worse and worse. So I went to a couple of conventional doctors and heard that my tests were fine and that I was really healthy and that it was anxiety and that it was all about taking drugs that treated a depression that I didn't feel like I had. So one day I was driving down the street and I couldn't move my neck because it hurt so bad, and my brain fog was so bad that I wasn't quite sure how close I was to the car next to me. So I turned around and I remembered I had seen an ad for the Wellness Pros, and I drove up here and I walked in and I said, "Can you fix me?" Set up an appointment to come in for an evaluation and heard, there are things that you just don't have in the standard test that doctors take. And had an intelligent discussion and finally talked to somebody who listened to what I had to say and what I felt my body was telling me. So that's how I started. And I didn't get better right away. For the first couple of weeks, I felt worse. And that was just no fun. But I really believed that we were doing the right thing, that we were on a good path, that the philosophy of treating the whole issue was a healthier approach to it.
Yeah.
I felt like I had people who listened to me when I had something or had a question. And by week 3, I noticed that I was feeling better. And that the brain fog wasn't quite so bad, and the neck wasn't quite so bad, and I wasn't walking around all the time going, and looking for heating pads that I could sleep with and things that I could put on my neck when I drove. And pretty soon I realized that when I got in my car and I drove somewhere, I didn't have brain fog. And I didn't have brain fog in my discussions all the time, and that I didn't hurt all the time. And then I noticed that I really didn't hurt much at all. So I would say where I'm at now is, I'm not exactly where I hope I will be, but it's just remarkable. In 2 months, I've made remarkable progress, and I actually can say almost every day, I feel terrific, and I can make plans knowing that tomorrow I will probably feel terrific too.
Great. Nice.
Do you have questions?
Yeah, so what kind of care have you received at the Wellness Pros? What do you do here? What's the treatment like?
I come in, typically I go into oxygen treatment with a laser beam on the part that bothered me the most, the neck. And then I go in for a chiropractic adjustment. It's my first experience with any kind of chiropractic. Any kind of chiropractic adjustment. It was a little scary at first, and I wasn't quite sure what to expect. I was given exercises to do at home, and I'm very faithful about doing those.
Nice.
And slowly I've added some other therapies here, one that is a posture pump that's helping with my neck issue, and one which is the spinal flex that helps measure my brain balance. Is that what that does?
Yeah. That's good.
So I'm taking more supplements than I ever thought I would take in my entire life, which is the first thing that Dr. Santucci said. He said, "You're going to be taking more supplements than you ever thought you would be taking." But I've had no negative reaction to any of them, and actually am able to fit them into my schedule so that it's not an onerous schedule to take the pills.
Excellent.
And I think that they are part and parcel of what's just making me healthier all the way around, giving me more energy, a better outlook, and I'm just so happy I didn't give up with the, oh yeah, well this is just anxiety and live with it, or take drugs that treat depression.
Excellent. So what would you say to a person who was considering this kind of care?
It worked for me.
There you go. I think we're good.